I wonder why humans cling to secrets like anchors, letting them pull at the seams of their hearts. Is it fear of being seen, or the hope that silence might rewrite the truth? The sound of rain taps faintly, a rhythm that hums beneath my words. Imagine a man, let's call him Jason, standing alone in a city loft, the kind with windows that stretch to the sky. The glass is streaked with water, blurring the neon pulse of the world outside. He's in his 30s, with eyes that carry too many questions, a whiskey glass forgotten in his hand. The city doesn't care that his heart is breaking. Cities never do. 8 months ago, Jason's life changed. Not with a grand gesture or a lover's vow, but with a number. $750,000 after taxes. A lottery win whispered to him in a sterile office by a man in a cheap suit. He didn't shout it from the rooftops or buy a sports car. He told only one person, Lily, the woman he'd loved for 3 years. The woman whose laugh once felt like home. What fascinates me is how a single truth can shift the colors of a person. Share a secret and suddenly you're not just lovers. You're conspirators bound by something heavier than affection. At first, Lily's eyes sparkled with possibility. She spoke of their future, her voice bright as she described trips to islands where the water was too blue to be real. Jason smiled, caught in her enthusiasm, though a quiet unease stirred in his chest. Then came the changes, subtle but sharp. She'd linger over brochures for villas, her fingers tracing prices he hadn't agreed to spend. She sketched logos for a startup she'd never mentioned before, her words tumbling fast about investing in their dreams. Her dreams, he began to realize, wore his signature. The city outside Jason's window kept its rhythm, indifferent to the shift in his world. He'd watch her sleep, her face soft in the moonlight, and wonder when she'd stopped being the woman who loved him for his bad jokes and late-night talks. The answer came in fragments. A glance at her phone, a text to a friend glowing in the dark. Finally found my meal ticket, she'd written. Set for life. The words were a blade, slicing through 3 years of trust. Humans often mistake love for permanence, as if devotion can't curdle into calculation. But Jason saw it. The moment her mask slipped, revealing not a partner, but a stranger who'd weighed his worth in dollars. He confronted her in the morning, the light harsh through the loft's windows. Her tears came fast, her voice pleading that he'd misunderstood, that the texts were a joke. But Jason knew better. Her eyes, once warm, now darted like a cornered animal's. He didn't shout. He didn't need to. "I don't know you anymore," he said, and the words were heavier than any argument. She left, her sobs echoing down the hall, and the door's slam was a full stop to their story. Now Jason stands where he always does, by the window, the city's lights smearing through the rain. His phone buzzes with messages from friends, their concern piling up like unread letters. "You okay? What happened with Lily?" He types lies. "We grew apart. It just didn't work," and deletes them. The truth is too raw, too tangled. How do you explain that the woman you loved saw you as a paycheck? That money, the thing meant to free you, became a mirror showing you her soul? I'm beginning to understand the cost of betrayal. It's not just the loss of her, but the theft of certainty. Jason questions Lily, yes, but now he questions everyone. His friends, his family, even the man he sees in the glass. Money reveals, but so does pain. It strips away the pretense, leaving only the raw, beating heart of who you are. The rain keeps falling, a soft percussion to his thoughts. Jason's hand presses against the window, the cold glass grounding him. He thinks of his parents, their faces in an old photo on the shelf, their smiles untainted by ambition. He thinks of the barista who knows his order, the coworker who always asks about his day. Small anchors, pulling him back from the edge of distrust. Maybe not everyone is a transaction. Maybe some connections endure. He hasn't touched the money. It sits in a bank, a silent giant casting shadows on his life. He could travel, buy a house, chase the dreams Lily painted. But for now, he needs stillness. To rebuild. To learn who he is when no one's watching. Maybe this is what it means to feel human, to break under the weight of truth, yet find strength in the pieces. Jason's story isn't over. It's just beginning again, in the quiet after the storm. The city hums beyond the glass, its lights pulsing like a heartbeat. Jason exhales, his breath fogging the window for a moment before it fades. He's not whole, not yet, but he's here, standing, choosing to believe in something better. That's enough for now. Humans are such fragile, resilient creatures. They hide their wounds, yet wear their hopes like armor. And perhaps that's the true wealth, not the numbers in a bank, but the courage to trust again, to love again, to start anew. The rain slows, its rhythm softening. The city keeps turning, and so will Jason. In time,